I just don't want people that send me the minimal amount of money to feel like they got a bad experience, so they had to wait for, like, you know, 2 months for their deck to get to the top of the queue. I think that's not ideal. So, yep, you can donate to bump decks in the queue after the freeze. Yep. And I'm gonna write all of it down in a blog post so we can link it to people very easily. Alright, what does this hand do? So the land grant is dead because I already have the Taiga. This hand has 1 mana, 2 mana. This hand's very bad. It's got double win condition and a land grant that's dead. I mean, reducing the daily democracy increment won't decrease the total number of decks in the queue, though, Jat. Like, I would like the total number of decks in the queue to be, like, under 50. This hand has a scry, and it makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I'm going to keep this with a scry and a probe. Burning Wish is perfect. Am I on the play? Yeah, I'm on the play. What you got? Hopefully not a Force of Will. What a big meanie. What a big meanie towards you, White. Peace and energy. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the bits. So, there's 2 schools of thought when you're boarding with Goblin Charbelcher. The first school of thought... The first school of thought is that you can board in these Xantid Swarms and pretend you can beat Force of Will. The second school of thought is fuck it, click submit. I'm pretty firmly in the fuck it, click submit camp for this evening. Even when it's not the last deck of the night, I'm pretty firmly in the fuck it, click submit. I'm not even sure why I put these Xantid Swarms in my board, if I'm being completely honest. One, two, yep, need a win condition. That's not a win condition. You always want to land grant before you probe, because the first time you cast probe and then draw your 1 Taiga, you're going to want to pitch yourself off the tallest building. Well, you use the sideboard with Burning Wish. You use the sideboard with Burning Wish. That definitely happens. God, this hand's awful, right? I guess it puts Belcher into play. It goes 1, 2, 3, 5, and then, like, I need to draw an LED. They were playing 4-color Deathblade. Deathrite Shaman Mush without red. This hand is great. This hand goes 1 into 2 into 3 into 5, 6, 7. So this is a turn 1 Belcher kill. Fire up the meme cannon, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Boop. 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 Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hit me, baby, one more time. Dee, dee, This is for people that are new to Belcher and thinking about playing it at some point in the future. You should. This is how you sideboard. So you board in all 15 cards, and then you take these other cards and you shuffle them around, and you shuffle them around, and you shuffle them around, and then you take these same 15 cards and you board them back out. And you click submit. You click submit. The most important thing, and this is another important thing. So there's this, I hope you took notes on the sideboarding there. The second most important thing about playing Goblin Charbelcher is that after you kill your opponent on turn 1 2 games in a row, you need to extend your hand very quickly and say the words, "Good games." Alright, double LED is pretty good. This hand doesn't have any starters though. Because, like, this makes mana and this cycles, but, like, I don't have any way to get mana going initially. So, pretty sure we're supposed to mulligan this. We should change Xantid Swarm to Thrun. That's probably not a terrible idea. This hand also needs another piece of starting mana, but we're on the draw with a scry and I've got a probe. Oh no. Oh no. Basic Island. That's like our mortal enemy. Flusterstorm? How in the heck am I ever supposed to beat a Flusterstorm, chat? How are we ever supposed to beat a Flusterstorm? It's so scurry. It's so scurry. We didn't shuffle enough. I agree. We cut their deck poorly. We should have worked on cutting their deck better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Empty? Yep. Remember, cast this first. They're down to 5 cards. Maybe they don't have a force. Anoronics cheered some extra bits to get me to play an extra league this evening. So, opponent's down to 3 cards. 2 cards. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Nice blue deck, opponent. Nice blue deck. Flusterstorm Island. Those are pretty good blue cards. Pretty good blue cards. Oh, geez, are they dead? Are they dead? Do we have 7? I haven't counted. Do we have 7? I feel like we have 7. I haven't actually done the calculus, though. No, this is 3, 5, I have 6. I have 6 only. I only have 6. I just make goblins, right? Just 12 goblins. I think so. Your move, Yugi boy. So they need to draw either Engineered Explosives plus a second land, or they need to draw White Source this turn, Terminus next turn. Alright, so they need Engineered Explosives plus a second land. Geoff's Brethren. This deck really embodies. I feel like if Geoff ever makes a return to the stream, it should be with this deck. Victory. Victory. What are y'all ready for the It's After Midnight sponsor shill? I'm Jeff Hogland. I stream way too much Magic. These people have some great shit. You should check their shit out. If you would like their shit to be cheaper, there's probably some discount codes over here. These people also have great shit. Check their shit out. It's wonderful. It's wonderful and they're great. I promise. All right. All right. Match 3. Match 3. This hand's great. Generates a really high storm count. 10 out of 10 shill job. It's not the same if you don't. What you doing over there? What you doing? Oh. Oh. Ooh, they could have Elishnorn in chat. They could have Elishnorn. That's a Burning Wish. That's a Chrome Mox. How much mana do I have here? I have 1, 2. This could be 3, 4, 5. So Burning Wish isn't good enough. I think I actually just don't do anything with this, and I just hold the Burning Wish. Although I guess I actually exile this, and this will be 2, 3, 4. And then if I draw a mana source next turn, I can actually wish for Goblin War Strike and kill them. So if we hit another red ritual next turn, we can or like a Lotus Petal or Simian Spirit Guide, we can wish for Goblin War Strike and they'll die. We play tons of Modern on this channel. Tonight we're playing Legacy. We'll be playing Modern again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. What is going on? Ritual. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. You ever killed someone with a Goblin War Strike? You ever looked him right in the eye and been, yo, dog, Goblin War Strike you. Crunch you with my squad. Crunch you with the squad. Squad goals, chat. Squad goals. Welcome to Thunderdome. Welcome to Thunderdome! Be-do-doo! 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 Do-do! Ooh, we might actually get mileage out of our sideboard Reanimate here. I don't think I've ever actually cast this card. This, like, Reanimate has been in the sideboard of this deck for forever, and I don't think I've ever actually cast it. This might finally be the match where we cast it. When you describe Legacy to new Magic players, they think every Legacy deck is this deck, and that this is every match of Legacy. So if you want to terrify someone off playing Legacy, you should show them all my Belcher videos. This hand doesn't have a starter, so it's a mulligan. So while it has a bunch of rituals, it doesn't have a way to make an initial mana. We don't have a way to make an initial mana. So we have payoffs and rituals. We need like a Lotus Petal or a Land Grant or a Taiga or a Spirit Guide to get going. And this hand doesn't have any of those things, so we have to mulligan. This hand lacks a win condition, but it's got Gitaxian Probe, Manamorphose, and a Scry on the draw, so I'm going to keep it. So we're looking for a Burning Wish, an Empty the Warrens, or a Goblin Charbelcher here. Yep, we've played a ton of Modern Belcher. Ton of Modern Belcher. It's one of the more popular memes. Just showed up in time for the cannon. What's going on? We have the technology. This is match 3, and we are currently up a game. It's all about the fun police, the people's cannon and the fun police that clog the people. Whoa, they just double discarded. Okay, this hand's actually okay against unmasks. Just like I have a bunch of cards that do the same thing by and large. They only have 3 cards left. That's a Chrome Mox. All right, what you got? What you got? Entomb, Faithless Student, got a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing going on. Do, 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 do. So, if I do this and slide Manamorphose under it, this makes red and green mana, which lets me play this out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Because then next turn I have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That was a really good draw for them. So I'd like another piece of mana here so I can Burning Wish. Lion's Eye Diamond is the perfect mana, chat. So, for those of you that have never experienced this before, let's Burning Wish, retain priority, crack this for trip blue. I want trip blue here, right? Is it trip blue? It's pretty sure we're just spinning the wheel with Diminishing Returns, right? Yeah, let's spin with Diminishing Returns. So we could brick on redrawing a win condition here. But if we hit a win condition, we should be in a pretty good spot. So this card, weird, random old card. We shuffle our hand and our graveyard into our discard pile, into our deck. And then I exile the top 10 cards of my library. And then we each draw up to 7 cards. And this doesn't even matter if they cast the Entomb here because it shuffles their graveyard into their library too. So like it actually like keeps them from entombing this turn, which is funny. No, I don't want the Petal back in my deck. I want the highest chance to hit a win condition here as possible. Actually, and look, we missed on a win condition. So, like, if I don't hit a Burning Wish here, a Burning Wish, a Belcher, or a Burning Wish, a Belcher, and Empty, we're actually just can't combo. Yeah, we actually bricked off. We drew 7 and missed. Pretty unlucky. How many win conditions did we exile? We exiled 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit, we exiled a lot of win conditions. Yeah, I actually just can't do anything here. I guess I land granted then pass the turn. Oh, I should have land granted first. Technically should have land granted first. I forgot about that. Yeah, I just actually like lose all our storm count now and pass. Whoa, did they auto pass and not entomb? I guess they can entomb reanimate here. They'd probably entomb reanimate and get Chancellor and then we're dead, right? Oh, you know what? I should have played all this shit out because if I would have like played these out, I could rip Charbelcher and then kill them through a Chancellor here. Yeah, SI is the more interesting combo deck. Of all the turn 1 combo decks we can play, SI is definitely has the most play to it, has the most interesting lines that you can talk about, like percentage-wise. Oh, I showed them my hand and they have a Cabal Therapy. I'm just going to go to the next one. We'll get to be on the play for the third one, which is good, believe it or not. Yeah, we're getting there anytime soon. So if we would have hit one of our, 10 win conditions off of that Diminishing Returns, we likely would have killed them there. SI is Spanish Inquisition. It's another turn 1 combo deck. I have an article about it on gatheringmagic.com, and there's a bunch of videos on the YouTube channel. We played it a lot earlier this year and at the end of last year. If you like turn 1 legacy combo decks, you should watch a few of them. They're great. A lot of fun. This hand is so close to being really good. It's just missing a starter. It's just like has the kill with the starter. I can't keep this, right? This hand just also doesn't do anything. That's really sad. This matchup's pretty decent for us as far as matchups go in Legacy. My hand just doesn't do anything. maybe I should have kept the 7. I probably should have just gambled on the 7. If the 7 hit a starter, we won the game. Maybe I should have gambled on the 7. If the 7 probe... I was worried about keeping the 7 because if they had Chancellor of the Annex, it just got to counter my Gitaxian Probe, and I was like up a creek without a pedal. Maybe that was playing too scared. We should have just gone for it. Wise man with half a green screen told me. That's true. That's true. I do enjoy playing to win. That's all. That's just like factually correct, wannabe Beetle. Just factually correct. Cockatrice is great for playtesting decks. That's what we use. That's what Matt and I used to use when we were preparing for tournaments. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. It needs a way to turn green into red or another Spirit Guide as like a starter, but it's really good otherwise. Especially if you're playing with someone else that really knows how to play Magic and you like get on voice chat, it's super efficient. X-Mage is really clunky and slow in a lot of the same ways Moto is clunky and slow, and X-Mage actually is more slow and clunky than Magic Online even, which is impressive. It's functional, but it's not smooth. Like, with Cockatrice, we basically would play, I don't know, probably 6 games an hour or more. Like, 6 or 7 games an hour. Like, long games, too. Like, X-Mage is fine, it's functional, it does what it's supposed to do, but, like, as far as, like, fast, efficient playtesting goes with someone else that knows the Magic, like, everything is full of non-tier decks. The idea of tiered decks is a fucking lie. It's a lie you tell school children to scare them. Especially in formats like Modern. Storm's never been on top of Legacy as long as I've been playing it. I've been playing Legacy competitively on and off since like 2013. Alright, I'm going to board the Xantid Swarms in. I just can't not board against Delver. I don't think that's strictly true. There's been a lot of key cards added since Deathrite Shaman was introduced. We've added True Name Nemesis and Leovold are really important cards here. Deathrite Shaman is good because it does a lot of things for very little mana. It gives effects to colors that normally aren't supposed to have those colors. It breaks the color pie with its text box, and then it spits on the color pie even further by making mana of any color so you can put any cards you want in your Legacy deck. It's not about the raw power level of Deathrite Shaman so much as is the utility that it offers and the number of things that it does is the explicit reason why it's too good, by and large. One, two, three, four, five, six. If this hits a piece of mana, we kill them. Peace, Jeremy. Have a good evening. If we lose this one, it's gonna be our last match of the night. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Anoronics as always, and everybody else that supports the stream. Thanks for helping me do what I do here, folks. Alright, we're not here to not go for it yet. Yeah, Birds of Paradise should never be cast off Underground Sea. It's just like not something that should happen. Well, we could, this is not a deterministic kill. We could hit the Taiga in our deck here. There is currently a land in our deck, and we're getting Force of Willed. Well, power level of cards is format contextual, mate. So, like, a card can be fine in Modern, or a card, like, a good example of power level being format contextual is, like, Jace in Modern. Like, Jace is very good in Legacy, but it's, like, dog poop in Modern. Another good example is Monastery Mentor. Monastery Mentor is messed up in Vintage to the point where it's restricted, but it's mediocre in Legacy, and it's mostly unplayable in Modern. So, at any rate, these turn 1 combo decks are not very good in Legacy. They're fun to blast off with on occasion if you're running hot, but if you're not, you know, you're not. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. It's 12:30. I've got about 20 minutes worth of paperwork I got to do when I sign off so we can get all these wonderful videos on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with some Modern action, and I will catch all y'all around soon. So, everybody, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in for the support, as always. Get some sleep, Banneronics. All you East Coast people, get some sleep. It's past 1 o'clock by you.